Okay, going for something a little different. We got armor builder, but it's gonna be every 30 seconds. Thirty cycles. Double 24s. Honestly, I just need a little break from all the extreme shit. Doing this with a full minute, it gets kind of boring. So every 30 seconds should be decent, and then it should start to get sufficiently challenging. But again, it's only 180 total reps, so 180 total reps with 106 pounds in 15 minutes. I did another hour-long set of long cycle on Friday before work, and I hit 823 reps. So I'm going to have to do one of those again. Because that'll be interesting. Don't get much rest. Not much rest. Shoulders are a bit fatigued after the other day. Like I said, 823 reps, 20 kilogram bell. That's rough. Yeah, my shoulders are fatigued. One press is actually how it's supposed to be. I don't really think that the marathon sets of long cycle are worth it. Like the snatch, you're really hitting your cardio. The long cycle, you're just kind of beating up the muscles and the tendons. The cardio was not a big factor in my hour-long set the other day on Friday. It's Sunday right now. So with that in mind, I will continue half marathon plus snatch sessions. But I think, and I will record one next week where I do the long cycle and hit 800 plus reps, just so I have it on the channel. But it's not going to be something I do regularly, because I just don't think it's worth it. Like, it's not great for strength, because it's only a 20 kilo belt. But it is really good at beating your body up and wearing yourself out. The snatch is kind of like running. So there's benefit in that to me. A long cycle, it just burnt out the forearms and it made my shoulders kind of sucky, which is why I dropped the bell down. You see how much smoother that press was. Probably should have warmed up a little bit more. But yeah, basically I just needed an easy day. But I didn't want to not do anything. I did 30 minutes on the bike this morning. And now I'm doing this. And last Sunday I did the long form pentathlon thingy. So like I said, initially I was just going to take the weekend off, just do the exercise bike, but I wanted to hit some kettlebells today. And in my estimation, some form of the armor builder is the best one to do if you need something easy that still gets you moving the bells. No offense to Dan John, it's just when you do the extreme shit all the time, this is a break. Just had to get the shoulders going a little bit there. I would say if you've only got one bell, this is a decent one to do like every 30 seconds. Like let's say you only got 124, maybe you got a couple of 16s. If you want to get stronger, you can press, do it with the 24 on one end. I'm going to even it out, of course. Oh yeah, most of my sessions have been the long sets. And like I haven't done any double kettlebells. I'll take that back. I did double kettlebells last week. Or was it earlier this week? I don't remember. Anyway, it was just double 18s though. And I did 30 rep sets. Yeah, it was last week because I mentioned it in one of the videos. So I did 123 reps of long cycle with a 20 kilo in an hour straight through. And I did that on Friday. And yeah, that kind of wore me out pretty good. Not so much the cardio, like I said, mostly burning the hell out of my forearms. The shoulders, you see, they were a little rickety today. Took me a while to kind of warm up and get the pressing. But we got there, we activated the stuff. I did the bike yesterday. I was going to take the weekend off and then come back tomorrow, Monday, with the snatch sets. But I wanted to get some kettlebell lifting in today. And Armor Builder is good for that. You know, like use it as a finisher, or like, you know, you want to get something in with kettlebells, but nothing too crazy. It's a good one for that. Yeah, I'm not going to be doing the long cycle past a half an hour. I don't think there's any value in doing it. You just kind of wear yourself out. Or at least that's my experience with it. I've done 2 hour-long sets, and I will record one next week for the YouTubes. So I have it up there as proof that I can do 800 plus reps in an hour. But I improved my rep total from the first time not training long cycle. Mostly just training snatches. And I added 52 reps. So I should hit around 850 the next time I do it, which will be sometime next week, like I said, for the channel. It'll be next weekend. I don't feel like doing it again tomorrow. No, not at all, actually. So yeah, it'll be next weekend. And yeah, I'm going to hit 850 minimum, if not a little more. Like what I did on this past one, I pushed past the 20 rep. You know, normally I start at 1 and work up to 20. Well, with this, I worked up to 24 rep sets. So I did 21, 22. What happened was, though, I really started to burn out, and the sets took longer to finish. And I noticed when I dropped back down to like even 15 rep sets, I was just more consistent. I was able to go faster. My grip wasn't taxed anywhere near as much. So I kind of shot myself in the foot. Working up really high on the reps, thinking that it would be better than the hand switching. But like, no. I wasted more time trying to push the reps higher and higher on each arm. So yeah, next time, when I do it next week, I'm going to work up to 20, and then I'll probably go back down, and then it'll be sets of 10, and I'll hit 850 minimum for sure. Put that on the YouTube channel. I'm pretty sure there isn't too many other people who are pushing the 800 plus reps with that weight on that exercise. I'd be surprised. But yeah, ultimately I don't think it's worth doing because it kind of beats you up, or at least it beat me up. You can see my overhead was not very strong today at all. That's why I dropped it down to the single bell, alternating each side, because like the pressing just wasn't there. Granted, I probably just needed more warm-up sets. But, yeah, Armor Builder. It's a nice complex to throw in once in a while. I've done hour-long EMOM sets with this before, with the 24s. And yeah, if you push it long enough, even with moderate weight, like 24s, it becomes really hard. Or it can get pretty challenging. It's another thing I got to do is the Gladiator. I've done a couple hour-long sessions with that. I need to do another one, just for the hell of it. So I got to throw that in there at some point. And then I guess I'll have to... I'm just going to focus on the snatch with the really long sets, I think. And then I'll throw in some more complex work. Because I'd like to maintain the strength too, the pressing strength and everything. So double 24s back on the menu with half-hour plus long snatch sets. I did that 40 minutes the other day. I hit 704 reps. That one I did record. I think I need to do 45-minute set tomorrow with the 18 kilo bell. I think I need to do that and try to break 800 or hit 800. I think that's pretty doable. So that's what I'm going to do. Should be good. Should be good. I'm only probably going to record once a week now regularly on the weekend because I just don't see the point in recording every session. So it's probably just going to be one a week pretty regularly, and that one will be kind of dumb. For one thing, I do think I perform worse when I'm recording because I always feel the need that to speak. Because otherwise, like, who wants to watch a dude work out for an hour? Like, it's kind of dumb. But once a week to kind of show off the progress and the ability, I think is fine. So yeah, next week it's going to be hour-long cycle with 20 kilo bell. 850 plus reps is the goal. And that's why I like doing the snatch work, because that's more cardio than the long cycle. So you're not going to gas out from that. So as long as you can manage the muscular fatigue from the clean and the jerk, you'll be fine. If you can do 40 plus minutes of snatches, you'll breeze through an hour of long cycle, as long as you don't push the reps too high per set. I think that 1 through 20 is the sweet spot. And then down from 20, I think would work fine. But for me, pushing past 20 reps really started to burn. And at the 23rd set, I was like splitting it in half. So, and like I said, it took more time than just doing a couple more hand switches. So, well, yeah, Dan Jones is a nice, the Armour Builder is a nice complex. I think of it as a beginner complex. And then if you want to push conditioning work, because a lot of those guys, they're not really about the conditioning aspect of kettlebells. They really do think of it like strength work. I think if you're using kettlebells that way, you're doing it wrong. Because if you just want to get stronger and get more muscular, go to a gym. It's a better implement for that goal. But like doing Armour Builder like I was, 2 cleans, 2 press, or 1 press depending on the weight, if you're trying to get used to it, and 2 squats every 30 seconds per one side. It's a good way to build up conditioning. And then you can double it up and rest, like, do it every minute on the minute like I was doing before. Well, yeah, that's the Sunday session. It's an easy one, especially after last week with the ultra pentathlon thing I did. And at some point I am going to do a pentathlon where I just run it all together with no rest. So 6 minutes of cleans, 6 minutes of jerk, 6 minutes of, just run it together. It's only 30 minutes. It's super easy, barely an inconvenience, So yeah, that's Armour Builder.